All right, so I got head coach Tanner Horrell here with me on basically Dog Pound Radio, which is this is the first annual Doghouse Tour, and it's interesting. Drake May's mom contacted me, and I was like, you know what? I've been friends with Tanner on Facebook, I think, for 4 years. Yeah. And you think not reaching out, whatever, but excited to be here, excited to to research the history behind the Macomb Bombers, which I put out a couple articles on, and I think it's important these kids and everybody understand that too. Sure. But looking at your alma mater, okay, stepping back here now, I'm rewinding probably a couple years, but what's it like? Not only to be playing as a Macomb Bomber suited up, but also to coach.
Yeah, they were actually just giving me a hard time because it's been a while since I graduated high school. But we kind of were building back to what it was, I would say, from those early 2000s. Coach Sears and my dad, Coach Harrington, they kind of built a program where they made the playoffs. I think it was like 10 straight years or something. So those are kind of goals that we want our program to look like now, and pack the stands, and hopefully make a deep run at some point.
So I got to double check your age. What's your age?
I'm 36.
36. So I still consider you a young coach.
Yeah.
But I'm old. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Last night I asked, I was talking to the West Burlington coach, and I had mentioned, hey, you're one of the up and coming young coaches. And he says, do you know how old I am? I says, in your 40s. I kind of consider that still young, but as a young coach, kind of steering this ship in the right direction. What's the ultimate goal for you to be satisfied when you give up your whistle?
Ooh, that's a good question. I'll just say that we run a good program, right? Like, our kids are successful, not just on the field, but off the field. And they look back and they had a good time playing football. The results on the field are going to come. Sometimes you're going to have up years, sometimes you're going to have down years, but it's just consistently running a good program, having good kids, being good citizens, and doing things the right way.
That's the answer that I wanted. That's almost like a ChatGPT answer, Tanner. But
I don't know.
Now, looking back, did you play on grass or did you play on turf?
Yeah, we played on grass. We got this, when was that? I want to say it was like 2019, maybe. My firstborn was born that time they were putting it in, so 2019. Sure.
How much different, or how different are you as a coach in comparison to having kids now versus prior to having kids?
Ooh, that's a good question. I feel like family comes first, right? So I feel like we still do a pretty good job. All the coaches have families that we come in, we do our job, and then we're still, like, we get the weekends. We run our JFL program, but we don't meet on the weekends. We'll text, we'll call each other, but it's still got to have your family time. And when practice ends, we'll sit in there and talk for a little bit, but then it's time to go home. And I got 3 kids. All the other coaches have kids or significant others that they want to go home to too. And so I think we do a good job of family first. But like when I was single, I still had my wife.
Was you a lot louder or meaner?
No, I've always been mellow.
Okay.
I've always been mellow.
Okay.
I'll yell every once in a while.
I can't wait.
Yeah, if I'm yelling, it's usually not a good thing. I kind of let it build up and then it comes out. So Coach Wilson is the hype man for us. I let him be the hype man, and I kind of keep him mellow, keep it even keel.
I got to throw it out there. My neighbor across the street played football with Coach Wilson. So
really? That's
pretty.
Awesome.
It's pretty awesome anytime you get those ties and that sort of stuff. But who do you have to thank and be blessed to be in this position of your life? Because I think far too often we don't think we don't see the blessings. You know what I mean? That's kind of in disguise.
For sure. I think it starts in my house, right? Like my mom, my dad was a coach growing up. He was a wrestling coach.
I got a picture with him earlier. Yeah.
Yeah. So they're like, it's just seeing how like the coach's family works. And then I had great coaches growing up as well, whether it was basketball, football, baseball. Coach Sears. From 3rd grade on, I was on the sidelines and in that locker room. So just kind of developed that way. And then my freshman year, I got a film for Western. And Coach Hendrickson let me come out, and Coach Patterson. So I kind of got to sit in some meetings and learn from those guys as well.
Well, you're blessed, man. You got great facilities. You got a great program. You got guys that have tied in. Now the important questions, right?
Yeah.
9 returners on defense, 9 returners on offense. Who did you lose last year? I know you lost some production.
Oh yeah, we definitely lost some production in those two guys, and we lost some rotational pieces as well. But we lost 4-year starter in Drew Watson. Honorable mention All State. He's going to play at Missouri S&T. So he was kind of our get out of jail free card on offense, and on defense he really ran the secondary. And then we lost Nolan Hogue, big game Bill is what they called him for all the plays they made, whether it was the end of football games, basketball games. He had some huge picks for us over the last couple of years. And then he was another receiver that could make some catches for us.
All right. So any shout outs out there?
Ooh. I'll have to say my wife and my kids, right? Emily and
that's the most important.
Yeah, Jax, Theo, and Charlie. They love football, but I love when I come home, and that's highlight of the day is when I come home and the kids all run to the door, or they're eating supper and they're yelling at me. So I'd say big shout out to those guys.
I miss those days. Well, Coach, good luck this season.
Thank you. Appreciate the coverage.